Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So first off, before even starting the video, I want to apologize for not being there in the month of December or barely being there. I had my computer broke in the beginning of December and it took me like a week and a half to get it fixed and to have everything set up again. And I didn't film any videos during that time because I knew I wasn't going to be able to upload them. And afterwards I got my computer, and 2 days later we were leaving for a week of vacation in Mexico, so I wasn't able to upload or to post during that time because it was packing time and everything. And we came back on late night on the 22nd of December. So after that it was Christmas madness and Christmas parties and stuff like that. Our Christmas party started on the 23rd, so I had something on the 23rd, 24th and 25th. So today is the 26th and it's the first day that I actually get some time to film. My boyfriend is off working and that leaves me a little bit of time to get back to my regular filming schedule and stuff. So sorry for that lack of video. It doesn't usually happen, and from now on I'm gonna go back to my 2 videos a week as I usually do. So today's video is going to be my 2016 use it up video. So I'm going to be showing you guys all the big bulky items or stuff like that I want to use up in 2016 that are not part of long-term project pans. So I'm also, on top of that, I'm going to have the 16 in 2016 that I'm going to have running, and I'm also going to have a panda palette. So the items that I'm going to be showing you guys today, I think I might upload on the month an update on the month of June and then one at the end of the year, just to see like if I used up the items or not. I'm not going to do monthly updates on those because there are a lot of stuff in there, and some of these items might be featured in some project pans or seasonal project pans because they are targets for the year. Some of them are really have a lot of product left in them, so they're going to take at least 6 months and stuff like that, so they are not going to be featured in immediate project pans. And some of them are quicker to use up, so they might be featured in some project pans in January or February and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and have everything in a certain order. I'm going to start with the makeup stuff. There isn't a lot of makeup stuff in this because most of my makeup stuff is going in the 2016 and 2016 and in the panda palette. The rest of them I'm gonna pick stuff up for some project pans as I go, but since these 2 products are only makeup, I didn't have a lot of makeup in my rest of this project. So I'm going to start with those. This is my primer, eyeshadow primer. This is the Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, the Pro Prime one. It is just a super nice primer. It really makes your eyeshadow last a long time, and I really like it. But technically that's a 12-month expiration date, and I've started using it at least 2 or 3 months ago. So I want to finish it up by the end of December, so this way it's not gone bad for too long. So this is the first item. Then I've got mascaras. I've got 3 of them that I want to use up. So I've got one that I've already started using in December. This is the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. This is what this one looks like. It's a deluxe sample size. It's a curled one. It's a very decent mascara. I really do like it. And since it's a sample size, it will be used up in like 3 months or so. And then I have another 2 mascaras that I want to use up. I decided to target the mascaras that I wanted to use up this year because some of them I've had for a while, even though they're not open. Like, I've got some newer samples, and for some reasons I started using the newer samples instead of using the ones that I already had in my backup. So these are my oldest mascaras that are still unopened, and I want to use those up before I use my newer samples, if that makes any sense. So I also have the Clump by CoverGirl. I'm not going to open it because it's brand new and I want to keep it fresh for as long as possible. But you can see this is what the one looks like right here. It's a slightly curved one and it's plastic. And then the other one that I have is the Hypnose Drama by Lancome. I already had a sample of that one a while back and I used it up and I really enjoyed it. And like, it was a set of I think 8 or 10 small samples like this one, and then when you were done with the sample you had a voucher to get a full size. So the full size that I decided to get was this one, the Hypnose Drama by Lancome, and this is like the brand new tube, so I'm going to be using that one also this year. So these are 3 that I want to target on, and then the 4th one, because I use like one every 3 months basically, the 4th one will be any one of the ones that I already have. I also have the Porefessional by Benefit. So this is a deluxe size sample. I'm guessing I'm about the top of the blue line right there. So I have like this much to go through, and I don't really think about using it every single day. So I'm feeling like I want to put it in there so that I actually do use it up. I have a final makeup item in this, and this is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NC25. This mark right there is where I'm starting up with this one. I really enjoy the coverage that the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer gives me, but this one, if I have a slight tan, like right now I have a bit of a tan because I was out in the sun like a week ago, well, this one is way too light for me. It really, like, it doesn't look too bad on my skin, but it really makes my under eyes look way too light, and I don't really like that look. So this is really more of a winter shade for me, but I really like the coverage on this one. But I've had it for quite some time and I just want to use it. I have 3 nail type products. I have I have one base coat. This is the Stuck on Blue by Glamglow base coat. This is my go-to, the one that I've been using for the past couple of months. I do really like this one, and I don't use base coats as often as I should when I'm doing my nail, so I want to put it in this project to remind myself that I want to use it up completely, and that I need to use base coats whenever I'm doing my nails. So this is the base coat that I'm going to be working on for the year. On top of that, on days that I'm not wearing any nail polish, I'm going to try to help my nails strengthen a little bit, and I'm going to be using the nailtique's Formula 2 Nail Protein. This is the smaller jar of it. It's almost full. I think I've used this once or twice at the most, and I don't typically, like, whenever I'm putting nail polish on, I prefer going with this because I feel like it helps to my nail polish stay on a little bit longer. But if I'm not wearing nail polish, which sometimes does happen, then I will use this one to like treat my nails. So these are the 2 like nail bases that I want to use up. I also want to use up a cuticle oil. I've been quite successful in the past at using cuticle oils, and I want to use this one up just because I have another form of cuticle oil that I prefer. I did not get them in pan. I feel like they're more convenient than the little bottles, so I want to get my bottle out. So it's almost full. It's really like, there might be, like, I'm about there, so that's the only part that I have out of the bottle. The rest is completely full. So this is the CND solar oil that I'll be working on for nail stuff. And I also have a few other, like, the colored nail polishes that will be in my 16 and 2016. Okay, so for fragrances, I have 3 fragrances I'm going to try and work on for this year. So the first one is one from Escada, and this is the Sunset Heat Perfume. I am at that line right there. This is one of the ones that I'm going to try to be using. It's a lot more of a summertime scent, so I don't think that I'm going to start using it up until March, but it's going to be my progress and my project, and I think that from March till September, which are the warmer months, I can definitely go through that much of a bottle. This is a 50 ml bottle, so this is going to be one of those ones. It's really summery and fresh of a scent. It has like some citrus scent to it, and yeah, so this is going to be one of those ones that I'm going to be working on. I also have a smaller one, which is a 15 ml, and this is the Lise Watier Eau de Mer. So it's it smells a little bit like the sea, so it's a little bit sea salty, and it's also a more summertime fragrance, but this one is a little bit more of a daytime fragrance, and this one is a little bit more of a nighttime fragrance. I feel like I can wear this one even if it's not summer, as this one is really more of a summer to me. So I'm going to be working on that one as well, but since it's a 15 ml, I definitely think that I will be able to finish both of these in the warmer months. Then the third bottle that I want to use up is more of an everyday scent. This one I don't really use as a perfume. I use it really as a like nighttime perfume. It's a body spray from Bath and Body Works, and it's the Black Raspberry Vanilla. This one is a lot like sweeter and a little bit more of a warm scent. Well, not a warm scent. I'm really bad at describing scents, but this one I feel I can definitely wear in the colder weather, as well as the other two are a little bit more of the summertime scent. So I'm going to be working on that one starting early January, and this is going to be my nighttime scent for pretty much every day. So hopefully I'm going to be able to go through the whole thing. Now I'm going to be moving on with the face skincare. I've got quite a bit in that specific category. That's a category that I want to like lessen a little bit the number of products that I have. So I have 3 face masks that are currently open that I want to use up because they tend to dry out and not be as good. The first one is the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask. This one I feel like I might be about the first half of it being done. This is a peel off mask. I like it. It's not one of my favorites, but I still want to get to really try it out. So it's going to be in this project. Then I have a baby sample of the Glamglow. This is just a 15 gram, and this one I've used once, I think. So this one is a nice one, more in the winter time, so I feel like I'm gonna use it up before spring arrives, just because my face is a little bit drier in the winter. So this one is a nice one for that, and I feel like this is a good mask if you are using a more intense mask. Then this one is very nice to go over after, because sometimes this leaves your skin a little bit dry and tight, and this kind of balances it out a little bit. So this one is one that I would like to use up. And then the final one that I want to use up is just because it has a 12-month expiration mark on it, and I've used it for a few months now, and this is almost full. This is a tea tree face mask from the Body Shop. So this is what it looks like. There's like that part that doesn't have anything in it, but I think it came like that. I don't think that I've used up that much of it. I used it a few times at most. This one is a nice like spot treatment. It has tea tree, so it is very tingly on your face and really refreshing on the face as well. But I don't use that one too often, and I don't necessarily use it all over my face. I like tend to leave that section of the cheek off, just because that is a part of my face that's a little bit more dry. So I will use it right here because I have a lot of bumps over there, and then I will use it on my nose and like sometimes on certain areas of my forehead. So this is more of a spot mask for me. So I'm putting it in here because I want to try and use as much of it up before it actually dries out and go back. And I've got 2 face cream that are in this project. The first one is the Zorah one. This is an all-natural brand, and it is made of argan oil. It's their Xia Pure Argan face cream. It's an like ultra moisturizing cream, and this one expires in September of next year, and since it's a natural product, I really want to use it up before then. This one, it's hard to tell. I don't think I've used a lot of it. Like, I started using it in December, so I might have like a little bit done, but not more than that. This is a really thick cream. It's really not, it's not a lotion, it's really a cream. I'm gonna like give you just a pump of it to show you what I'm trying to say about it. This, like when you blend it, it almost emulsifies a little bit, and then it sinks into your skin. So it's really thick, and after a few like seconds it will then completely disappear into the skin, and you're not going to feel it anymore. Like, it's really thick and moisturizing, but I could almost use it as a daytime cream. Even though my skin is more combination, I could still use it as a daytime, because once it does sink in, it's really not greasy or anything like that, but it takes a while to sink in, if that makes any sense. This one is awesome in the winter time when my skin is feeling dry. Like, my skin was really dry in the past few weeks, and I've been using that one, and it really does help with dry skin. And so I want to use it up before the summer when my skin is a little bit drier. Then the other one that I want to use up is the Hope in a Jar. This is a 30 ml by Philosophy, and this one, like, it's going to be kind of impossible to tell, but it's not a full jar. It's a small jar inside of a big jar, so it's not as big as you actually see it. I'm going to be trying to use this one. I want to like get some of the my trial moisturizers, I want to get a few of those out of my collection so I can really focus on the ones that I know I love and use those ones. Like, I want to narrow down a little bit on my skincare. Then I've got a acne spot treatment from Badescu that I don't really love, and that I'm going to give myself a period of time to use, and if I don't use it up by the end of the year, it's definitely going to go. This is what this one looks like. It's maybe halfway into it. This is their drying cream. It smells like sulfur, which is really a smell that I do not like, and I don't want to put it on my face in the daytime. It has a color and it doesn't, like, technically it's supposed to hide your imperfections, but on my skin you can definitely tell that it's there, so I cannot wear it in the daytime. And in the nighttime, I don't like having things that stain on my pillow, and it's not a nice scent like to have in bed and stuff. I don't really enjoy it, so I'm going to use as much of it up as I can, and then I'm just going to toss it at the end of this year if it's not done, because it's not my favorite. I have other spot treatments that I prefer. Then the final face skincare product that I want to use up is the Caudalie Eau de Beauté, the Beauty Elixir. This mark right there is where I'm at with this bottle. I think I've had it for at least 6 months. I've used it a few times. I mostly use it like in the summertime if my skin is like dry or something like that, and I need to refresh it, or if I get out, like if I'm out in the sun to just refresh my face a little bit, I will use it. But otherwise I kind of forget to use this, so I'm going to focus on using it up this year before it goes bad, and I will hopefully try and remember to use it. It's not a product that I don't really know what you're supposed to do with it. Basically, it's a nice like refreshing mist for your face, but other than that, I don't see any properties to this. So I kind of forget it most days. So I want to like focus on using it up before it actually goes bad. If you actually like have a way of using it that you really feel makes a difference on your face, just let me know like in the comments down below, because that might help me use it a little bit more. To bath products, I have 3 bath products that I want to use up. They're all of the same, and they're like a single-use sachet. These are all Aveeno 100% colloidal oatmeal soothing bath treatments, and I want to use all 3 of those sachets up. I've had them for quite some time and they're just taking up space, and I don't really use those anymore, so I want to focus on using them. Then I still have two categories. I have the house stuff and I also have the hair stuff, so I'm going to start with the hair. I've got quite a few like samples of hair products and like stuff like that, and I have a few hair products on my wish list, so I want to use up the ones that I have right now before I go on to those ones. The first one that I want to use up is a like shining cream. This is the Fekkai Advanced Brilliant Glossing with Olive Oil. This mark right here is where I'm at on this one. I'm like halfway, I want to say, and I would like to use this one up because I want to go on and try some of the samples that I've got during my PIB sale, and I'm not letting myself use my samples before this one is done. And I don't put a lot of product into my hair because I don't like style it too often. So I'm putting like hair products in this project because I want to like try and use them up as much as possible. Like this bottle I've had for a year, and I've been almost only using this in my hair as a styling product. I only use half of it, so it's going to definitely take me at least 6 months to use the other half if I'm consistent. And then the other one is more of a hair moisturizing product, and this is the Josie Maran Argan Oil Air Serum. This is where I'm at. I really do enjoy this hair serum. It's a nice one, but then again, it's something that I don't tend to use every single day. Technically, what I do is on days that I use keratin in my shampoos and conditioner, I will use it's a Miracle leave-in conditioner, leave-in treatment. And on days that I'm not using keratin, I will use this. So I will use this product like once a week, and I will use the other one like twice a week. So I will definitely be able to use it up this year, but it's going to take a while to use it because you don't need a lot of this one in your hair. Otherwise, it looks slightly greasy. So that brings me to my last category, which is the house stuff. I have 2 types of items that are going to go in this one. The first one is candles. So I have 5 candles from Bath & Body Works, their summer collection. I have Island Tiare Flower. I have Vanilla Coconut in like the smallest one, and also I have the Sunset Beach one. Then in the slightly larger ones I have Honolulu Sun, and I have in the 3-way candles I have the Fresh Water and Sea Salt. So I have 5 of those, and I would like to use up 4 of them. I'm not deciding right now which ones I want to use up. I'm just gonna like feel how, like, I'm gonna go use them as I go, like as I choose. Technically, during the year, I will use candles. I really enjoy the fall candles, and I really enjoy the winter candles. And then for the rest of the year, after Christmas, I usually like use one of my winter candles in January, and then after that, the other collections I kind of tend to skip a little bit because they are not. I'm really more drawn into summer candles most of the time, so I purchase a few of them during the summertime, and I don't really use them in the summer because it's warm outside, so I don't really burn candles inside of the house. So I will typically use these candles in the months of like March through to May. So I am putting them in there to make sure that I remember to use them and that they don't die in my closet, because sometimes that does tend to happen. So what I'm gonna do is most likely in February I'm gonna target one of them, and then in March, and then in April, and then in May, and then I'm gonna be like, from then on, I'm from June, July, and August, I'm not going to burn anything, and then I'm going to go into the fall candles. So that's what should be happening with the candles. Then the last category is the teas, and I'm not going to show them in there. I'm just going to make I'm just going to say it, but I want to use up all of the teas that I had prior to 2015. So anything that I bought in 2014 or before that, I want to use up this year. And like anything that I bought like last year, I will drink like from time to time, but I'm not gonna focus on up until like next year. And because I want to try and not keep teas for more than a year around, just because I feel like they are fresher and they're better if they're they're newer than if they've been collecting dust in the cupboards for a while. So for that reason, I'm going to try and pan everything that I had before 2015 as far as tea goes. So this is it for the items that I want to use up in 2015 that are 16 that are not specific to any long-term project. And then for in the upcoming weeks or in the upcoming days, you're going to start seeing my other like long-term videos, my long-term projects for 2016. So if you guys are doing such similar use it up projects, just let me know and I will go and check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.